We converted the shipping container into a cooler, so all the kegs live in there. And then on the front part of it is the self-serve tap wall. You see your server or see the bartender, and they'll issue you a wristband, and you just tap. Try to keep a variety of beers every time we put something new on, just to try to keep it fresh, a bit new. It's pretty cool. People seem to really like it. The system itself is a little bit annoying to me, but maintaining it. But
the back end.
Yeah, on the back end. Once we're open, people really like it.
Welcome to the Bonita Buzz. I'm Jen Gregory, your host. This is Ken with Industry Standard. They just opened up in Bonita Springs. So excited to have you here.
Thank you.
I've already been there twice. That's how much I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
We went just poking around before your grand opening to get a feel for it. I just shot some video for you.
Yep.
And then we did attend the grand opening with Chasing Denver. That was
pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was a great night.
It was.
So I guess we'll just start at the beginning. Why did you choose Bonita Springs for your business?
Interesting. I'm actually a good friend of the owner of that complex. And a lot of people don't know this about me, but I actually own a software company. And that building was originally my software business.
The same spot?
The spot, yeah. And so I opened that called The Industry. And so it was going to be a shared workspace between local Bonita software startups and then my startup. So I set it up like a co-working space. Those shipping containers that are our kitchens now used to be my conference rooms and breakout rooms.
Oh, neat.
So that's how it was originally set up. And then a couple months after opening, COVID hit.
Yeah.
And completely kind of destroyed that co-working space where people didn't want to be around other people.
Yeah.
And now, then I was pretty much stuck with that building in a long-term lease. And what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So, let's
open a restaurant?
Let's open a restaurant. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing during COVID that, we got to see around here was, everyone was still wanting to eat and drink. You know, even though there was rules about it, but, it was still like, okay, well, we can't lose with this. Well, little did I realize it was going to take as long as it did to actually convert the building over to a restaurant. But, it's totally awesome the way it is. I think now this building is what it should be.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It really is fantastic. I would tell you a little blurb. During COVID, I was actually in Denver and I was in the hospitality industry.
Okay.
And now my family's from here. I've been here back and forth several times. And so COVID brought me back because Denver was on like their fourth shutdown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And being a bartender and a server, I was like, I can't sit on my couch anymore. And Florida's open for business.
Yep.
And so I called mom and I said, do you mind if I come? She's elderly and lonely and she loved the company. And so, come on down. And so then I ended up staying and, got my real estate license. Got it back, I should say. I had it in Missouri in the boom of the early 2000s, and then
nice
2008 happened.
Yeah, I mean, what kind of brought me to Bonita was the fact that my friend Steve had this building, and he's just like, "Come on, it's great for what you were going to do with the co-working space." But then he really, really was influential in talking me into converting into a restaurant because that's what they had originally envisioned for those units. Because it's 2 units put together, but they're like the anchor of the plaza. So it turned out pretty cool. A lot of hurdles getting the building converted into a restaurant due to the hoods and the plumbing and all that stuff. It took a lot of permitting, a lot of money, but we got through it.
So what do you think it makes this industry standard stand out from all the other restaurants here in Bonita Springs?
Well, what we're going on is our scratch kitchen concept.
Okay.
So Chef Adam is a true artist. He's very passionate about food, finding the history behind the food he's cooking, and likes to kind of use the industry as his laboratory of flavors, to change it up. And we don't print a lot of menus at once, right? Because we're changing it.
Yeah.
We've only been open not even a month, and we're, I think, on our third menu. So, just kind of the hurricane actually didn't help that because, we got open for 2 weeks and then had to close for 3 days, the first one, and then open back up and then had to close. We ended up closing for 5 days because we lost power and had to throw away food and had to literally reset again, just right. Not even a month into it. So.
Speaking of losing, I'm still losing power. In fact, this morning I'm getting ready for the podcast and it literally went out for, to me, it seemed like 5 minutes. It was probably, 45 seconds, but I'm like, my hair's still wet. I got to use my blow dryer. I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm going to have
to. At the restaurant end, I live right around the street, right around the corner, and we're still getting the surges every morning.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Which is, I don't mind that at the house, but at the restaurant, everything has to be reset.
All the electronics and everything reboots.
Thankfully, they're only in the morning, it seems.
Yeah, it does.
And right now, we're only open for dinner. So as long as it's not surging during dinner.
What are your hours?
Currently, we're still at 4 to 9.
Okay.
So we're doing dinner service. We're planning for full lunch and brunch and all of that in the coming weeks.
Do you have anything special planned for like the holidays coming up?
Other than trying to get as much live music in as possible, and thankfully we've had some local businesses wanting to do holiday parties, so we're booking up those, which is nice.
So you rent out the whole restaurant, or just do you have a certain area? Or
certain areas, if it's for, depending on the party size.
Okay. Yeah. So can I ask, why industry standard? What is this name significant?
It's kind of a throwback. My partner, Adam, was like, you started this place as the industry. That was the name of it the first time.
Space? Yeah.
And then it changed to the Causeway. Funny story, when I was converting it from the industry co-work space to a restaurant, there was a little conflict with Industry Pizza. And so it suggested that I change the name.
Is that Industry Pizza? Is that a chain? Is that like a franchise, or is it
it's a local, local, but they since have rebranded, and so we were able to kind of go back to the industry. And so, it was actually Chef Adam's suggestion. It was let's call it the industry standard, because that's what we want to try to be in the restaurant. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I really like that name too.
Well, thank you.
So yeah, so tell me about this beer wall. I know you have like the shipping container.
Yeah.
So how does that work exactly? It's like self-serve kind of.
Yep. So yeah, we converted the shipping container into a cooler, so all the kegs live in there. And then on the front part of it is the self-serve tap wall.
Okay.
So you see your server or see the bartender, and they'll issue you a wristband.
Oh.
And you just tap and pour. And try to keep a variety of beers. Every time a keg kicks, we put something new on just to try to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Keep it new. So it's pretty cool. People seem to really like it.
Yeah.
The system itself is a little bit annoying to me, but maintaining it. But
on the back end.
Yeah, on the back end. But no, I mean, once we're open, people really like it. So
I have to say, I am a beer connoisseur. I actually was a beer tender out in Denver and had to go through the whole. It's like, I can't remember the name of the course now. It's like the sommelier of the beers. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, craft beers.
Yeah.
But recently, and of course this is my last episode, I had Patty on here and we were talking about, so January 1st of last year, a group of us decided to do 75 hard. Are you familiar with that program?
Yeah. Yep.
And so I completed it, the 75 days and all the 2 workouts, 1 in, 1 out. And part of it was giving up alcohol. And I realized during that time that I just really didn't need it. But I still love beer.
Right.
So where I'm going with this is you carry my favorite brand of non-alcoholic beers, which is the Athletic line.
Awesome.
And you have that Oktoberfest, which I don't think anybody in the area has. So it's very exciting for me, at least, being a non-alcohol drinker, but a beer lover.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We try to be able to give everybody a little bit of everything they want. I actually have to chalk that one up to our beer rep, who suggested it and said, you should have this, because a lot of people just go with the Heineken and all that. But
Heineken Zero or Beck's is really what I'm finding out there.
Yeah.
I don't think their competition. I love them. Also, is Rooftop at Riverside, one of our restaurants, and they actually have Mango Cart, non-alcoholic. So
nice.
It's nice to have some other flavor varieties. Yeah. So as far as local community, are there, like we talked about other businesses, are there any partnerships or events that you're excited or going to be participating in this, like Bonita Springs as a whole? Like I know there's a whole like downtown kind of
yeah, we kind of, got a little bit behind on our opening. Didn't get on like this weekend's
the
Halloween thing. I really wanted to, but it was a little late. But I think they do it for Christmas, and we'd really like to get in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can. Yeah, we definitely want to stay connected with our, like I said, like you said, not competition, our partners in the industry.
Exactly.
Because variety is great. Not everyone's going to go to, rooftop every night. Not everyone's going to go to the industry every night. It's great. We also have the new Chubby Mermaid being open behind us, which is a brewery.
Maybe we can get them on the podcast.
Yeah, it would be great. Try. I don't know when they're opening, but I hear that it's soon. But we're super excited because they're in our parking lot. We're part of the same thing.
Yeah.
So if they've got people coming in, they're going to see us, and vice versa.
Draw business to both of them. Yeah, it would be nice to have even more like food and beverage outlets in there too. So like a walkable area. I know, like downtown's trying to be. So okay, let's see. If you weren't in the restaurant business and you weren't in software, because that would be the second answer, what would you be doing?
Building things with shipping containers. I love it.
There are some really actually cool houses, and
it's kind of one of my long-term goals is to get a big, or a piece of land in back in Georgia and Blue Ridge and build a shipping container home, basically. And it's the experience with doing it now twice, building conference rooms and then turning around building kitchens out of them is just really, it's kind of like a cool hobby. I love pulling out the blow torches and all that stuff and doing it. So
that's great.
So that basically, I would start a shipping container home building business. That's what I'd do if I wasn't doing that.
You do like your own community, like a Babcock Ranch.
Yeah, exactly.
So all shipping containers.
Yeah.
All right. So if you could invite any celebrity, living or dead, to dine at the industry standard, who would it be?
Easy. Bob Seger. Yeah, I'm a huge Bob Seger fan. And, I hear he frequents around Bonita. So I'm always
that could be a reality then.
That he pulls his motorcycle in.
Okay, we'll tag him in the podcast and see what happens.
See what happens. Yeah. Yeah, everyone would get sick of me during construction because I would be blasting, Bob Seger like all day long.
That's great. Yeah. All right. So what is your favorite thing to do in Bonita Springs as far as activities?
Well, right now it's drive to the industry standard, drive home. That's not my favorite.
Oh, do you have any days off? Do you have any activities, hobbies besides blow torches?
Right. No, right now it's all been focused on that. But of course, I love going to the beach. I love going to the pool.
Yeah.
It's, I'd love to get back to being able to go to the beach more. So,
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Barefoot.
And so I guess industry standard had a theme song. What would it be? And I know you're probably thinking Bob Seger.
No, it would probably have to be, this is like a shout out to Chef, my partner. It would probably be the theme song to The Office.
Oh, good.
He's a huge Office fan. When he's back there prepping during the day, he's got The Office playing on.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Even our logo is a little bit of a play off of the Dunder Mifflin.
See, now I see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see that till you said that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little Easter egg.
I love that. Yeah. See, I love Easter eggs. Kind of fun little stuff like that.
All right, we have an icon. I'm not wearing that shirt, but the icon is the smaller version of the logo. And that's kind of like my contribution because I'm a Star Wars nerd. So it kind of looks like one of the symbols you would see in Star Wars, but when it's expanded, it looks like The Office. So
okay. I do see that. And I know what you're talking about. It's the one with the neon sign that's
right behind our stage.
Behind your venue. Yeah, your music venue there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So nothing coming up?
Well, we have live music this weekend and the following weekend. So we're super excited. I'm just trying to book up as much as I can.
Are you planning on like 7 days a week or
of live music?
Mm-hmm.
No. That becomes really difficult.
Right.
Plus, not everybody loves it.
Right.
But I'd like to be like at a venue that can be counted on to have live music at least, a couple days a week.
Yeah.
So right now we're kind of on the Saturday kick, but
all right.
We also do have the NFL Sunday ticket. So Sunday we're
right. Yeah, no live music during football.
Yeah, the problem is that we're not the problem, but right now, since we're only during dinner, it's really more like the 4 and the 8 o'clock games. So.
Yeah.
But we'll be open for lunch soon, and people will be able to come out and watch all day.
Tell me about the chef's counter.
Okay.
How does that work?
So right now, unless it's reserved, you can just sit there. But the plan is during season that will be more of a reservation only table so that you can interact with the chef, and the whole experience will be interactive with Chef Adam.
Okay.
Whoever's in the middle of that on that given evening.
I love chef tables and all that. Yeah.
It's pretty neat. A lot of people have now become like little regulars of it. They come and request that because they like to watch the interactivity in the kitchens.
And then you have your patio, which I kind of call a beer garden because that's what it reminds me of with your picnic tables out there. But that's a great space. Like, I can see your venue being like for all ages. You know, I can see like the fine dining in the front, and then the families outside, kids running around throwing football. Or
it's still a little tough with the weather, but as we get further in and hopefully full on season, we'll be able to keep it open full time.
Yeah,
it's definitely changes the look of the place when that garage door's open.
It definitely does.
So
it just I keep going back to it. Reminds me of somewhere in Colorado where they just open it. It's all open air. And
I'm trying to talk to the neighbor on the thing across to let me get a projector and play football or movies on the wall. So the whole patio becomes alive.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
You think he's receptive?
Probably. As long as I put his commercials right on, he's
who is it? I don't even know.
Golf cart. And oh man, you put me on the spot for the name. But yeah, he does golf cart sales and repairs. Super great guy. Another regular. So
nice. Yeah. Well, if we can get him on the podcast, and then that way we have a little partnership going on.
For sure.
Get your movies on the side and get him a little free publicity here.
Yeah.
On the Bonita Buzz.
Yeah. We're actually talking to him about in December doing a joint event where he's, I believe, going to, and don't hold me to this, but I believe he's going to auction off a golf cart.
Really?
Yeah. So, and we'll do it.
That's huge.
There in the patio. Yeah.
All of our gated communities here love their golf carts.
I know. I mean, it's crazy how busy he is.
Yeah. So, you could get one and get it wrapped with industry standard.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's going to wrap it with his company, but we can sponsor it. But.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming on the podcast today.
Thanks for having me.
Really enjoyed learning all about the industry standard. Again, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
And you will see me there often.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's great to see you again. We'll see you at the bar soon, right?
Yeah. We'll see you at the bar.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone.